Tuesday night, and the big story in Action News is the Pennsylvania primary and voters heading to the polls throughout the Commonwealth today. And tonight, the ballots have been counted in a number of key races, including president and the House and Senate. But one of the most watched races is for Attorney General to see who will be Pennsylvania's chief law enforcement officer in November. Former two-term Auditor General and State Representative Eugene DePasquale won the Democratic nomination over his challengers. He'll be running against Republican Dave Sunday. Action News reporter Caroline Goggin is live in Northeast Philadelphia tonight, where the votes are still being counted. Caroline.
Well, Rick, ballots are still being processed inside this building behind me, and election officials tell me that's a process that could last until tomorrow night. They say today's primary went smooth, but they say that voter turnout was pretty low. It was primary day in Pennsylvania.
Every vote counts, and that's why everybody should come out to vote.
With Joe Biden and Donald Trump expected to win their party nominations for president, the hot race in the Commonwealth was the one for Attorney General. The Republicans in a two-way race, with Dave Sunday winning it, and the Democrats with a five-person field, which included Delaware County DA Jack Stolzheimer and State Rep Jared Solomon. But the race has been called for former two-term Auditor General and State Rep Eugene DePasquale.
There are a lot of popular candidates on the ballot on both sides. So one of the reasons why I think it's not driving people to the polls necessarily is because they're kind of okay with any of their choices.
Lauren Christella is the president and CEO of the Committee of 70, a nonpartisan nonprofit focused on guiding people through the voting process. She talked about the low voter turnout for this primary.
Unfortunately, with the top of the ticket basically being decided, and few contested races at the state, house, and congressional levels, there just isn't the same motivation to come out.
Voters we spoke with outside Sacred Heart School in Havertown had different issues on their minds as they cast their ballots.
The economy, I think all of the stuff going on with the wars.
I don't like our tax dollars going overseas.
I usually vote on rights for women, and then my next thing would be the environment.
When it comes to mail-in voting, the Committee of 70 says that now accounts for about 25% of the overall vote. Looking ahead to November,
I think everyone should expect to be inundated. Pennsylvania truly is the keystone state, and when it comes to this election, we're going to be very important.
And state election officials tell us as of 8 o'clock tonight, they had received more than 670,000 mail-in ballots. Again, some races have been called, but other results are still coming in at this time. That is the latest live in Northeast Philadelphia. I'm Caroline Goggin, Channel 6 Action News. Rick.
Caroline, thank you. And as we mentioned, President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump, who have each become their party's presumptive nominees, won their primary races. Pennsylvania will be a key battleground state for the November election. Trump won here in 2016. Biden won Pennsylvania in 2020. The future of who controls the state house could be decided by the 172nd seat. Incumbent Democratic State Representative Kevin Boyle was defeated by his primary challenger, Sean Dougherty. Just yesterday, law enforcement withdrew an arrest warrant for Boyle, which was erroneously issued last week. Dougherty will take on Republican Azaz Gill, who defeated Patrick Gushue for the GOP ticket. Another closely watched race is for the state house in the 10th district. Right now, incumbent Amit Brown has 41% of the vote. Progressive Cass Green has 40%. It's pretty close. And community organizer Saja Blackwell has 19%. At this hour. Pennsylvania State Representative and Philadelphia native Malcolm Kenyatta defeated two-term Lehigh County Controller Mark Pinsley in the Democratic primary for Auditor General. The office has a 4-year term. They are responsible for monitoring spending on programs and identifying government fraud. Kenyatta takes on the incumbent Republican Timothy DeFore in November. We have more election results scrolling at the bottom of your screen. You can also go to our 6ABC app to see which candidates will be facing off in November.